Hello friends, welcome to Belle's Library. I'm Heather, and today we are going to be doing my winter book haul. I have quite the stack of books here, and we're just gonna peek through them. Some of them are my book of the month selections. Some of them are from Christmas gifts and just a few other things that I've kind of picked up along the way. I'm gonna show you this huge stack so you guys can kind of get a sneak peek at what I'm dealing with here. I tried to take the thumbnail shortly before this and I was like out of breath by the end of it. Okay, so here it is. This is the stack of books we're going through today. Ugh. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna start from the top and we're just gonna work our way through. Okay, so An Unwanted Guest by Sherry LaPena. I don't think I'm saying that right, but I'm actually borrowing this one from my mom. So it's kind of a haul for the time being. We don't live in the same state, so I'll probably have it for a while. Okay, so this is about this inn, and it is like perfect for a nice weekend getaway, maybe even romantic, and you know, to kind of cuddle up with maybe a good murder mystery book. And then the electricity gets cut off and then there's a murder and we're wondering who did it, and everybody's kind of like stuck there because there's like a snow blizzard. So kind of an isolated murder mystery type book. Sounds up my alley. I loved the guest list and kind of sounds similar-ish, or maybe even No Exit. I don't know. So next up is Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake, and this is the second book in the Unaddressed in Blood series. I really enjoyed the first one and I actually have it here on my shelves, and so I want to continue in the series and finish it off with Girl of Nightmares. It is like a YA horror about this guy who ghost hunts. It gives me major Supernatural, the TV show, vibes with this kid who goes around and he's trying to extinguish these ghosts that are hurting people. So we'll see where this one kind of goes. So one of my book of the month selections, I added on Practical Magic because, oh my gosh, this cover is so much fun. And who doesn't really love Practical Magic? I haven't read the book, but thoroughly enjoyed the movie several times over, and I might hold on to this one though until we get a little bit closer to Halloween, spooky times, but yeah, super excited about this one. I think in that same month with Practical Magic, I got In a Holidays as my book of the month pick, and this is by Christina Lauren. I have read this one and thoroughly enjoyed it. I love Christina Lauren's stories, and this one's just a fun holiday romance between two people who have known each other their whole entire lives, and we got a little unrequited love and lots of nostalgia, and we've got like a Groundhog's Day time loop thing happening. Next up, I believe I got this one for January's box. This was my add-on that I did, Girl Serpent Thorn by Melissa Bashardoust, and this one's just a really gorgeous cover, but it is a fantasy. It says, there was and there was not, as all stories begin, a princess cursed to be poisonous to the touch. So I believe like this girl has poisonous touch, and so she's always like in her room in the castle, and then she decides to come out and have an adventure. That's my general synopsis here. And then my pick for January was The Survivors by Jane Harper, and this is a mystery. So we're following Kieran, and he goes back to his hometown in this little coastal small town to visit his parents, but while he's there, like a lot of bad memories and mysteries get trudged up from his brother who had gone missing when he was a kid, and so mystery thriller type vibes. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll find out when I read it. I really need to do like a vlog, just trying to work through some of my book of the month selections, because I get these books and they sound amazing and I just need to read them. So this next one I'm also borrowing from my mom, and that is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I have heard so many amazing things about this book, and it is a historical fiction, which I'm kind of hit and miss with. Like, I don't connect with quite a few of them, but then there's some that I just connect with so strong. So I'm really hoping that that would be this one. My mom's not a big historical fiction person either, and she said she really enjoyed this book and she was really surprised. So it's like based around this girl who's called Marsh Girl. It's like in a marsh, and we're in, I believe, the 70s, late 60s, and following her. And so it says it is an exquisite ode to the natural world, a heartbreaking coming-of-age story, and a surprising tale of possible murder. Owens reminds us that we are forever shaped by the children we once were, and that we are all subject to the beautiful and violent secrets that nature keeps. Well, sounds delicious. All right, and now we're getting into my February books that I got from Book of the Month. I've got so many of these. I usually get 2 books a month. I pick one of the book of the month and then I add on 1 book. So this month I did Circe by Madeline Miller. Everybody's raved about this one. It was book of the year for 2018. And it is like a Greek mythology retelling. I mean, that's mostly what I know about it. So that's basically what we're gonna go with, and maybe we'll include this in that vlog and we can explore this a little bit more. But yes. So the pick that I made for Book of the Month this month in February was Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. And this one just sounded super cute and fun. It is about our main character, Grace, and she just graduated with her PhD. She's like super responsible, straight A student, kind of a straight-laced girl. And she ends up taking a trip with her girlfriends to Vegas and kind of goes off the rails, and she gets really drunk and she wakes up and she's married to this other girl, and they kind of have to figure out their life together. And so they actually go back to New York with her new wife and explore their new life, and I'm assuming fall in love, and it's just gonna be like the cutest story ever. I'm really hoping. So the next couple books I'm going to talk about together, and that is Renegades and Archenemies. I actually had Supernova for quite a while now, which is the 3rd book in this trilogy. And I was like, I really need to round out this series. So I've got Renegades and Archenemies, which are the 1st and 2nd books in the Renegades trilogy by Marissa Meyer. I have to say, like, these books are gorgeous. So beautiful. So I'm really excited to have the full trilogy. I really enjoyed this superhero story as we are figuring out who is the real superheroes and who is the real villains. And yeah, I am actually planning to read the 3rd installment in this trilogy this month, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, well, we're going to talk about some more books kind of together here. And I got this little box set by Angie Thomas with The Hate You Give and On the Come Up in here. These books are just gorgeous. I am in love with them. So The Hate You Give is about Star, and she witnesses her childhood friend get murdered in front of her by the police when they stop them for a traffic stop, and kind of her journey afterwards in dealing with that and what she decides to do, and her trying to find her voice. And then On the Come Up is a really fun story following Bree, who wants to become a rapper. Her father before her was a really great rapper, and she just wants to continue in those footsteps, but at the same time have her own voice and be her own person and not just always be her father's daughter. So really cool story there. And I know that Angie Thomas used to do like rapping, I believe, as well. I'm pretty sure I read that. And so I don't know, her raps are really cool in this book, and the audio for both The Hate You Give and On the Come Up are really awesome too. So you could always pick these up on audio, and they're amazing. I didn't even notice until just now this says find your voice, make some noise on the top of the box here. How fun is that? I love it. Okay, and then the last 4 books here are kind of part of this set that I actually really wanted to get after I got The Haunting of Hill House. I was like, this edition is so cool with the black sprayed edges and the cover. Like, oh my gosh, it's super soft, and I just, like, I adored this book, and I was like, this is awesome. And I was reading like the intro to it, and it's like the set of 6 that Guillermo del Toro put together of all these classic horror novels, and I was like, I want all of these right now. So I've acquired almost all of them. I have 1 more. So the first one here is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So this is the classic Frankenstein story. Oh my gosh, so awesome. Like, I just love this aesthetic. It is so fun. And then we have American Supernatural Tales. And this one's actually like a collection of different smaller horror stories. Okay, so yeah, this one has like a mix of different horror authors through time, and it basically like takes from the oldest story to the newest. So we're starting with Washington Irving, who was alive 1783 to 1859, and we have his story from 1824. And then we have like Nathaniel Hawthorne, we've got Poe, and it like kind of works its way through. We have a Stephen King more recently. So the most recent one in here is Caitlin R. Kiernan in 1960. She was born in 1964, so I think she's still alive because it doesn't have a death date. And so her book, In the Waterworks, is the most recent one. And that one came out in 2000. So it's kind of like a bunch of stories working through. I think all the rest of these are kind of collections here. So we've got Haunted Castles. So this one basically is a bunch of short stories by Ray Russell. And another really cool thing about these is like the pages inside are a little bit darkened in some spots. And they're so cool. I don't know. I just love these. You guys will have to let me know what you think. And then the last one is The Thing on the Doorstep. This one's H.P. Lovecraft. So this is a bunch of his stories. So yeah, ever since I read The Haunting of Hill House, I was like, I want to read more classic horror. This sounds really interesting and intriguing. And I just think the set looks so cool. So these are my 5 that I have so far, and I just love them. And I have one more. So the last one is The Raven, and it has a bunch of books from Edgar Allan Poe in it. So it has a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe's work in it, and I will definitely be collecting that one soon enough. So I don't know that I'll read through these super fast, but just little bits at a time, I'm sure. And I just am excited to have this collection because I just think it's so cool. And we're just gonna say that a million times, and that's okay. So here is my winter book haul for you guys. I just wanted to show it off to you, and let me know if there's books in here that you guys really want me to read, or I don't know, just let me know what you think about having a book of the month reading vlog. I just want to hear all of the things. So if you guys made it to the end of this video and you haven't subscribed yet, definitely get down there and do that, please. Also, I will have links to my Goodreads and Instagram down there. I'm working on a story graph, so that may be coming soon, but I haven't fully figured out that system yet. So stay tuned on that. And also, I would absolutely love a wintry emoji, like a little snowflake or a snowman or something fun and wintry. So throw that down there, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon.